Olivia joins us in Cyber Hall from her home in Los Angeles.
Olivia, I know I want to talk about the movie, and it is so adorable, but I could not start this without first expressing my condolences. I know that you've lost two friends during this crisis, not related to COVID-19, but the loss at any time, especially now. How are you holding up?
Yeah, thanks for that. I've kind of been very lucky, and I've gone my whole life without losing anybody more than a grandparent. I've lost a few friends in quick succession, so that's been strange already for me. And then, both of my friends that died recently during this, isolation period, they were young. One had her first baby and then passed away in the hospital the next day because of complications from that. And my other friend was my best friend from high school, who just weeks before she passed was diagnosed with colon cancer and then just died one morning. And it's very hard to not be able to say goodbye, to not be able to, hug my friend's mom and cry with her and have that closure. We always had the intention of just making people laugh when we made it. So we just hope that we're able to do that now and give people an escape for, a little under 2 hours. And I think it's actually a special thing to realize that when, the world shut down and we all went into isolation, that we turned to the arts. I watch your show every day here, and it gives you a good connection to everybody else that's
It
out
does. It
there.
really does.
Yeah.
And this is perfect because it's about love and relationships and marriage, which a lot of people are thinking about right now, whether they should do it, should not. But I love this premise of this movie because it's kind of the opposite of who you are, in that you said, I never dreamt of a dream wedding. But the movie, it gives us a peek into marriages, whether you want them or not.
Yeah. It wasn't this idea that, when I was a kid, my mom would always say to me over and over and over, since I was a little girl, she'd just say, never just grow up and marry a man and become his wife. Always make a name for yourself. My mom just kind of really instilled that in me because, my mom came here after the Vietnam War, and for her, it was, a more difficult time. And she found herself just going for something that was safe. So she married my father, and then when that ended, married another man. And so her whole life, she kind of felt like she was always just somebody's wife. And that's something she never really wanted for me ever. So being married and going to weddings and stuff and thinking about my wedding gown and finding a guy to make my life whole was never really, I feel pretty whole as is.
Yeah. So what was fun about the film? What did the film tap into for you, someone who's not interested in maybe never getting married?
When you're, at a wedding, or in this, case, a wedding set, there is this feeling of people coming together and creating a union. There's something really beautiful about that it's not just friendships, but you're saying that I picked you to create a family with, and we're going to do this together. And no matter where we are in the world, I've got your back no matter what, and you've got my back. And I think that's a really special thing. I think that weddings bring that up, and people are, kind of assessing, do they have that life partner? Have they really, found someone to team up with?
Well, that's true. I mean, you were in a high profile relationship. I don't like talking to people about the past relationships because they are the past, but we learn a little bit about ourselves from every step, every friend, every ex. What do you think you've learned about yourself in the last year, I would say?
I've had to really learn to trust my own gut, and red flags are red flags for a reason. You're supposed to spot them and do an about face and course correct. And I think in my life, I in relationships, I felt that maybe I shouldn't trust myself so much. Maybe this doesn't feel right. This person seems a bit off, but on paper, everything seems great. And why am I feeling so bothered or grossed out or creeped out by this person? Maybe there's something wrong with me. And I ignored all of my own red flags. In reality, when you look back in hindsight, I thought, wow, I was seeing very clearly from the beginning. I didn't trust myself. I thought there must be something wrong with me.